Hello everyone. I know it's been a long time since I've done a What If, but explanations at the end of the video. Welcome to What If Deku was cheated on. Now, where we last left off, Deku and Mina were on their date and they were being stalked by Momo, but we'll get into that later. Now, as Izuku had walked Mina home, he was on his way back to his house when he was contemplating and thinking about what had happened. I kissed her. I even showed her my face. Is this okay? I know I like her, but is this a good way to go? As he would hear laughing. He doesn't know where it's coming from, and he doesn't know who's doing it, but all of a sudden, a split second in the real world, but for Izuku, it's basically 5 minutes. Now we go to that conversation. Ah, you found yourself someone you care about other than our mother. But will it help you to stay in control? Wait, I know that voice. Who are you? I am Nightmare. I'm the you that can do whatever I want. I am you who was built on anger. I am the better version of Izuku Midoriya. Now, you might be in control, but sooner or later, you'll slip up, and I will take control. I will be in the lead, and I will be sure to eradicate you. You can carry on with your pathetic dream of being a hero, but at the end of the day, I am the one who pulls the strings. As Izuku got to say nothing to Nightmare, as it immediately went back to the real world, Izuku not paying attention to it, mainly just wondering how he'll be able to deal with him. As Izuku went home, his mom noticed that he was in a good mood for some reason, and she asked him if he wanted dinner, but he said no. Sorry, Mom, I actually already ate something, so I'll just go to bed. Okay, dear. Just be sure to wake up early in the morning. We have some shopping to do. Okay. As Izuku went to sleep. Now, the next day, he would follow his mother to the store, them proceeding to pick up groceries and actually bumping into Mina and her parents at the store. Izuku being surprised. Mina, hi. What are you doing here? Oh, nothing, just picking up some groceries. Oh, is this your mother? Yeah. Hi, I'm Mina Ashido, and I'm Izuku's girlfriend. Izuku, you never told me that you had a girlfriend. And Mina, you never told us that you had a boyfriend. Hi, I'm Mina's father. Insert name here. And hi, I'm Mina's mother. Insert name here. And the two families would proceed to talk, and Izuku and Mina proceeding to get closer. It's closer than they already are. As Izuku would actually still have his mask on until when they would depart. Izuku moving his mask slightly, showing his face to Mina, and proceeding to kiss her on the cheek, telling her goodbye. But as he went to turn away, Mina pulled him close, removed his mask, and kissed him. They would proceed to kiss for about 30 seconds until they would pull away, and Mina would reciprocate, saying goodbye to Izuku. Now we move to the next day. At school, Izuku would be the first one there, along with Mr. Aizawa. Mr. Aizawa actually talking to Izuku and getting to know Izuku a bit better. As everyone would proceed to fill in the room, Izuku would not be paying attention until Mina stepped in. Mina immediately walking up to Izuku, removing his mask and kissing him on the cheek, but not removing it enough, only slightly, revealing half of his face. Everyone would proceed to see half of Izuku's face, and the girls would be shocked. They never knew that Mina and Izuku was in that type of relationship, and they would proceed to ask Mina questions, while Momo would proceed to get jealous. And Bakugo would get mad, thinking, huh, that stupid nerd thinks he could get a girl. I'll just steal her away from him the same way I did to Momo. He'll never see it coming. As everyone would proceed to find out about their internships, not internship, work studies. Izuku would be in first place with the amount of recommendations, and it will go in this list. Izuku, Shoto, Bakugo, Kirishima, and Denki, Tokuyami, and everyone going down. Now, Izuku wouldn't have been told by All Might to go with Gran Torino because you guys never asked and I never bothered to say, but Izuku is not the successor of One for All, and he will never get One for All. One for All is with Mirio. And I also have something to ask. In the Crazy Craft mod, they have ways for you to get powers in it, so I would ask you guys which powers that you would like me to give Izuku. Elemental manipulation, super strength, super speed, or teleportation without ender pearls and being able to teleport people. But the teleportation would have a sub skill, and I will let you know in the next part. Now, the person that Izuku would actually choose to intern with is, wait for it, Endeavor. Izuku never really wanted to intern with Endeavor, but he saw that Todoroki was going with Endeavor, so he wanted to see what would happen. Now, they would proceed to go to the internships with Izuku learning a bit more and learning more combat skills. Him and Todoroki proceeding to get close, cementing their friendship, because I never got to say, after Izuku beat Todoroki in the Sports Fest, Izuku actually built a relationship of friendship with Todoroki. And Todoroki would have accepted Izuku's friendship because Izuku had helped him with his problem of not accepting himself and his quirk. So yeah. Now they would proceed to do some patrols, more combat training, and exercises throughout the 3 days of their internships. Not internships, work study. Now, Izuku and Ito weren't close, so he never really saw that Ito was in a bad mood, but others did. And yeah, let's get into the Stain arc. Now, Izuku, Todoroki, and Endeavor would have been on patrol when the Nomus would proceed to attack. Now, I have read the comments, and I've seen that you guys want me to give Izuku some enchantments. Now, I will list off the enchantments that Izuku has. Izuku has Thorns 3, Unbreaking 2, Power 1 in his gloves, Strength 2, and on his pants he has Protection 3, Thorns 2, Unbreaking 2, and basically on everything based off clothing except for his gloves, his shoes, and his mask, he has Protection 3, Thorns 3, sorry if I keep repeating the Thorns, Protection 3, Thorns 3, Unbreaking, and Deflect. Deflect is actually an enchantment that I created. Deflect is an enchantment that mainly deflects projectiles back at the person who had sent them to Izuku, making sure that he is protected at all times. And all of his gear has that. Now his mask has Protection 5, Unbreaking 5, Thorns 5, and that's basically it. And now we move to his shoes. His shoes has Speed 2, Swiftness 2, Protection 5, and Thorns 5. So he's pretty fast. He's about 20% One for All speed. That's the speed that he's at right now. So yeah. As they would proceed to be attacked by Nomu, Izuku was given permission to use more lethal gear, so he was using a plasma rifle that he had created, setting it to incinerate, mainly blowing off the Nomu's limbs, and he also has a diamond knife that is sharpness 5, sweeping edge 5, um, fire aspect 5, and unbreaking 5. So he's doing a lot of damage to the Nomu. As they would proceed to fight the Nomu and help people, Izuku would have noticed or heard someone screaming. He would have ran into the alley, seeing Ida about to get decapitated by Stain. He still has his urge to be a hero, even though it never showed throughout his childhood, so he would help Ida. He would quickly create a diamond throwing knife, throwing it at Stain's sword, managing to break it because Stain's sword is just iron. Iron isn't stronger than diamond, so with the force that Izuku had thrown it, it would had broken Stain's sword. I feel a sneeze coming. I'll be right back. I'm back. Where was I? As he proceeded to break Stain's sword, Stain would have noticed Izuku and would have recognized him from the sports festival. Stain would proceed to get into a heated fight with Izuku just hitting Stain with a potion of slowness in between their sword fight, making Stain slow, but as we know, Stain is pretty fast, so he would still be able to move basically at a regular person's speed, as Izuku would kick him back, sending Stain into a wall. Izuku would proceed to help Native and Ida by throwing a potion of levitation onto them and yeeting them into the street, making sure that the heroes would see him and would provide help for them. As Stain got back up, he would see that Izuku prioritized helping the two before coming to finish him off, and Stain would acknowledge Izuku as a proper hero. Now, Izuku doesn't really care about being a proper hero, he just knows that he has to help people. That's the main reason for him wanting to become a hero and to also show up Bakugo and Yamamoto. So as we get into the fight, Izuku would had been keeping up with Stain, deflecting and countering all of Stain's attacks, and due to him throwing Ida and Native into the street earlier, Todoroki would actually come to help, with Ida telling Todoroki where to go. Todoroki would throw up a pillar of ice, and that would give Izuku enough time to sprint behind Stain, kicking him in the head, and Todoroki sending a fireball directly at Stain, which Izuku proceeded to run with Stain while Stain was flying through the air, punching Stain at least 2 more times, sending him into the fireball and jumping away. That would incapacitate Stain, with it allowing Izuku and Todoroki to tie Stain up, and Izuku proceeding to throw a potion of weakness and slowness onto Stain so he wouldn't be able to move even if he woke back up. Now, the Nomu would still try to grab Izuku, but with Stain unconscious not being able to help Izuku, Izuku would take precaution into his own hands and create a plasma pistol that he would aim directly at the Nomu's head, shooting it, incinerating the Nomu's head, as he would fall to the ground. Now, they would still proceed to be talked to by the dog detective, and Ida would proceed to be belittled and basically told off that he made a mistake in trying to fight Stain, even though it was for revenge, and he should know that that's not what a hero is supposed to do. Time skip. Now we get into a week before they got to school, because Izuku isn't in the hospital, so he has a week. Him and Mina would proceed to go on dates, get closer, and he would proceed to show his face more often. Now we get to school. Izuku and Mina are the last people to get to school, and when they got there, Izuku's mask wasn't on his face. His mask was actually on his head, and his face was showing. He was smiling. holding Mina's hands, walking into class. Everyone would proceed to try and ask Izuku questions about him fighting Stain, and how was that like, and how it was like to be helped by um, Endeavor. But Izuku would actually been prepared for this because he wouldn't want to share the glory with um, Endeavor, so he would actually post a video of him fighting Stain that he secretly recorded using a drone that he had created and had it hovering above them recording their fight. So Endeavor doesn't get the credit in this because Izuku does, because like I said in the beginning, this is a college AU. Now they would proceed to do the race with Izuku doing pretty well in the race and people doing pretty well because they actually got extra training. And that's where I'll be leaving it off, sadly, because I forgot a lot of what happened in the provisional licensing exams, and I want to do that and the camp arc in the next one. So yeah. Now the reason I haven't been posting what ifs is because the tablet that I used, it got fucked up. I'm not gonna lie, it's completely broken, and it took me a while to get a replacement phone that I will be using. But most of the what ifs I already recorded, including the one that I had recorded for this part, is gone. I have to get the tablet fixed, and I actually did more in that part, but I'm actually redoing that part in my head now because half of the stuff that I did in that part was honestly completely lame, so I just scrapped that. But I actually have a picture of the tablet in this phone, so yeah, I'll be recording some more what ifs. At least 2 more what ifs should be coming out today, including the Snake Eyes Part 2 and a new what if that I will be dropping. Probably I'll drop a third, but who knows. Now, the picture of the tablet. I actually have some pictures that I managed to recover off of a thumb drive that I had with pictures on it. So yeah, where is it? 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 This is actually one problem that I have with this thing. It's here. It is. There's the tablet. It's completely damaged, and I don't know when I'll be able to fix it, but I hope you guys enjoyed this what if, and I will proceed to record the other what ifs that I have planned. So I'll see you next time.